The views and opinions of the host and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Gentlemen, take your marks. Set.
I had the opportunity of listening to the president of the Olympic Committee. I'm not hearing that well. Kermit? I had the opportunity of listening to the president of the Olympic Committee. And I thought I knew him well as a member of the world body. Every time we have a world championships, the Olympic Committee sits down with the world body, track and field. And as far as I know, this fella he allows people to talk and everything. But then I saw, ladies and gentlemen, I saw that he made a statement. For the Paris Olympic Games, they are not going to have any 4x400-meter relays. And why is that, ladies and gentlemen? He says that it is a question, ladies and gentlemen, basically a question of having mathletics. Now, I have been told by quite a number of my friends who went to St. Augustine's or elsewhere, and I am wondering how they can have mathletics and cut out the 4x400-meter relays. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to call in and make your comments on that. I will give kudos to a young lady, Devon Charlton, who last weekend, she did a very good race in the 110 hurdles, or the 100-meter hurdles for ladies. And what she said is that she did come second, and she thought that she should have been more decisive to close a little bit faster. But, she has time to go, and she has already qualified for the Tokyo Olympic Games. So I give kudos to her, and kudos to her parents who have done so much with Devon. Devon is a woman now. She can go all over the world by herself, like she's been going at particular places by herself. And I really appreciate what Devon is doing. On a side note, ladies and gentlemen, I had the opportunity to meet Charles Carter in 1971. Charles Carter was at ZNS, of course. And myself And Amos Ferguson sat down with him and had an interview. The reason is that it was the 10th anniversary of the Pioneers, and Amos had demitted office, and I became the president of the Pioneers. And ladies and gentlemen, all over the world, this was my first time ever that I had an interview on ZNS or any other place in the world. So when I was driving around one Saturday, I happened to listen to Charles Carter's show, and I stayed on that forever and ever. And he was talking, and he had an opportunity to talk with the one and only Darrell Miller. And Darrell Miller was a person who was talking about the person from, he really promoted him, the person from Andros, and the Catch the Car Band, and all kinds of other things. Oh, and that made me feel so good. And years later, we hooked up with Charles Carter. Charles would have shows at the Central Highway Inn and would be all over the Bahamas. And I had the opportunity of knowing some of the challenges that Charles had. And he said, Alphys, we have to do something. We have to do something. I called him and I couldn't reach him. And I called a friend of hers who lives through the same corner. And I tell you this, she said that she didn't think so. She may have heard some rumors. And then we saw Charles smiling with his son. And I made some comments about that. And then Charles was gone. One of a kind. Charles was a member of my Rotary Club. And he made it a point while he was president of the West Nassau Rotary Club, we had a fundraiser out in Lyford Key, and somebody from our club hosted it, but Charles was the president at that time. And all I can say is that he is one of a kind, and he will not be remembered for a very long time. So what I'm going to do is go to my first break, and when we come back, we're going to start talking some track and field and some other things.
My team of dedicated scientists develop Shell fuels for your car.
For over 100 years, fuels innovation has been at the heart of everything we do.
Since our first ever branded petrol in 1907, we've broken records, supported Ferrari F1 to win Grand Prix, and pushed our fuels to the limit.
Now, every time you fill up your Shell, your engine will benefit from our passion for innovation, helping you to get the most out of every tankful.
With over 100 years of quality fuels innovation,
you can be sure of Shell.
Normalize saying things like, can we talk about this later after I've had some time to gather my thoughts? Or, I don't have the energy to respond right now, but I'll get back to you later. Or, I need space right now, but I'll reach out when I feel ready. Mental health is health too. This Mental Health Awareness Month message brought to you by Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
I am Bernard F. Hanna. All of you should know me as this thing. I've got the very first copy from Vancouver to Athens. I'm so excited because to be the one to have the first copy, I know what it was for Hawk for over the years, his dedication and his excitement, his commitment to bring this bestseller book to us. And I'm excited to have in my possession not only one copy, but 2 copies from Vancouver to Athens. 50 years of Bahamian International Track and the Field Competition. This is great stuff. So I'm urging all of you to get your own copy. You could get it from Logos in the Harbor Bay, or Nassau Stationers on Rosetta Street, or Chapter 1 at COB, or at Coral News and Gifts in the domestic section of the Linden Pinland Airport. Let me tell you, man, you will never regret it. This kind of information that you get in this book is really invaluable. It's just terrific stuff. Good sports history, true and factual, So I urge you, just go and get it and keep a copy and even give your friends a copy. And more than one reason I am more excited about having this book. Look at page 200. And you will see me there in live and living color performing. Number 200, you will see Bernard F. Hanna performing, and that is my fulfillment, one of my big fulfillment of having this book.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back on Trackway with Alpheus Finlayson on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Well, my brothers and sisters, I'm forgetting to say one more thing about Charles Carter. Charles Carter had the opportunity of interviewing my nephew, Doug Wimbish, on his radio. And when we were having jazz fantasy, guitar fantasy, and we had the best guitarists in the Bahamas. Rocky out of Harbor Island is still saying he wants to contact me, but Rocky, I am right here. And Naomi Taylor, who was my coordinator for that Guitar Fantasy, took us to Charles Carter. And we had the opportunity to show Charles Carter the promo with my nephew and Ronnie Butler and all of that. And I'll tell you this, this was the last time Ronnie Butler performed, the last time. And I will say this, that a songstress, Nikki, Nikki, one of the best songstresses in the Bahamas, Nikki Carter, she was the last person to sing with Ronnie. And what did Ronnie say? He said he could sing whatever he wanted to sing because he was 80. He had just turned 80. And I really appreciate, and I didn't know that Naomi Taylor had the short. So we sent it around with me showing to Charles Carter. Well, Track World, I will tell you this, is brought to you by a number of businesses, companies. One of them, well, of course, is none other than Sun Oil Limited. Our Rock Homes, my bestseller book, From Vancouver to Athens, 50 Years of Bahamian International Track and Field Competition. And another one, my brothers and sisters, is none other than AFT Management Services, and they are on Pedale. And my brothers and sisters, he knows how to do his stuff. As a matter of fact, he told me the other day, and we continue to talk about Bahamian, not just athletes, but we have Bahamians all over the world, and plenty of people don't recognize them. And that's what we plan to do, recognize them. Charles was recognized before he passed. And then we're talking about Sunshine Insurance, of course, Sunshine Insurance. And we're talking about Ephraim Jones, and who is at the Garden of Eden. And I tell you this, Ephraim wants to have trivia, and whoever wins that trivia is going to be the individual who has the opportunity of having brunch, lunch, whatever it is, any day between Tuesday to Sunday and Sunday afternoon. So Ephraim, I'm going to dedicate this trivia to you when we start. And then we are talking about none other than Battery and Tire. Battery and Tire. That's what I'm talking about. They're right there in Centerville, near the park in Centerville. And that's what I'm talking about, I see. And then, well, of course, we are talking about Kalina Insurance. Kalina Insurance. This is the place that I have been for over 40 years. I have been a financial services representative with Kalina. And as I say, I have been there for more than 40 years. And my daughter, Alexis Hannah, the two of us make up the A-team. And I have been told that again and again, I need to remind people how to reach Guardian Radio. And the numbers to call are 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. And the text line, powered by none other than BTC, is 422-4796. I guess somebody is on the call. Kermit? Good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing this evening?
Very well. Could you try and talk a little louder? I'm told that plenty of people don't hear people when they call, but try and talk a little louder, please.
Well, the thing here, Mr. Finlayson, my voice is up and my mouth is right to the phone. Any closer, I'll be eating the phone.
Oh, yes, my brother. Tell me what you want to talk about. You're talking about the people who say they're going to do mathletics that I all did in St. Augustine's and St. John's.
I heard you a while ago on that, but indulge me this evening, if you would, please. I just want to quickly, I want to pick your brain somewhat regarding track and field history, but I'd also like to quickly just send out condolences to the Carter family again.
Yes.
Over the loss or the passing, rather, because I dare say Charles Carter will not be ever lost to the Bahamas.
He'll be always with us.
Yeah. He's one of those persons who was so always around. You could feel him even though he would not literally be there. Now that he is physically gone, his presence, I think, was going to be felt for a long, 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 long time yet.
Let me mention one thing about Charles. Charles had the opportunity, I think at some part of his term, he was an ambassador. And there was something somewhere in the Caribbean, but he had the opportunity to meet with the one and only Castro. And Charles has been all over the world,
Yep.
but that impressed him more than anything else.
Could imagine.
Yes.
Now, before I do ask you those track and field questions, Mr.
Give us your name first, please.
Oh, by the way, my apologies. I'm JT.
Oh, go ahead, JT.
Yeah, man. You and I would have spoken off and on.
Again and again.
Yeah, particularly with regards to our track and field athletes.
Mm-hmm.
But before I do, the book. I am a Bahamian who is blind, so what I need to know is that book in audio now, or will it be coming out in audio anytime in the near future?
My brother, I don't know.
Well,
We're now just trying to get some more of the books that we have, but it is a challenge.
understood.
But if you say that, I will have somebody who can assist in that.
Well,
I'll
the
do
reason-
all I can.
Understood, and appreciated. It's just that it is so necessary for people who are blind and visually impaired to be able to access as much of these Bahamian historical, written documentaries, whether they are on sports or any other aspect. So I just wanted to put that out there.
I hear you well, my brother.
Right.
And where do you think I lived?
In the Bahamas.
You know, but where? Baintown?
Of course.
Fox Hill? No, where did you think I lived?
I'm not sure where you.
Where
That's
did
why
you
I
live?
answered the way I
Where
did.
did you live?
Where I live?
Uh-huh.
Already on the island of Nassau.
Okay.
in the over the hill area.
Okay. But let me tell you this. We live in the valley. You all live close to us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And that's all I guess you're a little younger than your other brother, the attorney.
No, I am. Yes, I am.
So he would know a little bit more. And close to
Yeah.
Fred Mitchell and all of that.
Right.
Okay?
Yes,
So
I got
thank you ever so much. I'll do all I can.
Right.
Have somebody assist me in somehow. But thank you very much, JD.
Okay, so now my questions for you.
Go ahead, my brother.
Just a little memory lane, quick, because I need a little refresher on this one. I know the first track and field goal, the first track and field. Okay, let me get my thoughts right.
Mm-hmm.
The first gold medal the Bahamas got on the track at an Olympics was in 2000 when our female athletes won the relay, correct?
Yes.
Right. Now, obviously that was a momentous time for the Bahamas when that happened.
Unbelievable. You can remember Bahamians all over the world
Yeah.
at 4:30 in the morning.
Yep.
Okay?
Up late watching that game because it was worth it. And, I was so disappointed that COVID-19 knocked out the reenactment of that event that Pauline Davis, those were planning for last year. Because they were planning on commemorating the 20th year of that momentous occasion in our sports history, but again, COVID-19 was the spoiler there. Now, my other question then has to do with the 2004, when Tonic won the individual sprint, 400-meter sprint. Where was that? What Olympics was that in 2004?
That was in Athens.
Athens, Greece, right. Now, after Tonic, the Bahamas did not win any gold medals in 2008, did we?
No.
In the 2008 Olympics.
No, we had a swimming event.
Right.
But there's no swimming to the track.
Right.
But Chris just got beat
Okay.
by that young man, and nobody knows anything about him since. So he was the one in the diving.
Right. Okay.
So he dived and beat Chris.
Wow. So that's when Chris just missed out on the bronze medals there in that event or something?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
But Chris has missed a whole lot of medals in
Right.
terms of actual medals,
Right.
But when you look at relays, and but you do know that we won the World Championships in Edmonton, the Bahamas.
No, I'm not familiar with that one.
Well,
When was that?
that was in 2001.
Okay.
Okay.
That was the. When you say we won it, you're talking about the men's or the women's or our full team?
The men's. The men's.
Okay.
The
That
men's.
was the 4x100.
No, the 4x400.
I'm sorry, yeah, 4x4
Yes.
relay.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, now in 2012, obviously, that's when our men brought home the gold medal in the 4x4 Olympics in London. Now
Let me tell you a little bit about that.
Yes, sir.
In 2000, it may have been in 2000 at the World Championships in Moscow.
Right.
It so happened that this young man, a sprinter, I'm trying to remember his name now, but he was one of the best, okay? And as a matter of fact, he beat out the young man from the sprinter from the 400-meter man from, it's the Isle of, the Spices. Can you remember where the Isle of the Spices is down in...
Never heard of it before.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's in that place. And he came up as a junior and he did all kinds of things.
Right.
And then this fella who beat everybody, he pulled up in Monaco. And guess what? It was just a couple weeks before London. And what does that mean? I saw it right in front of me. You can pull up and then try to be a part of the team.
Okay.
So he didn't run on the relay team.
Right.
And because he did not run on that team,
Right.
the U.S. had some good people. Okay?
Right. Okay.
They had some good people.
Right.
But it was not to happen. It was not to happen.
So you think if he had been, he was a U.S. runner?
U.S. runner, yes, one of the
So
best.
you think if he had run, you are you indicating that or alluding to the possibility?
It would have been tight.
You think tighter than it was, or that they would have won?
I'm not sure. I mean, you talk.
I think we would have still won.
Surprising. You have surprises.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we're talking about the 400-meter runner who, they switched the relay around.
Okay.
Chris Foyce and all of that.
Right.
And the last person, oh man, we were in 2008, and his mother, she prayed for him.
Yes. That's
and then he just took his time.
Right.
And this fella was one of the best 400 hurdlers in the world. And guess what? Our man just camped out behind him.
Yep.
And then took his time
and
ran him down. So he couldn't respond.
I mean,
anymore.
zoom past that Taylor dude from the States.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now, my other point of query, Mr. Finlayson, is...
My name is Alpheus, by the way.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, I was giving you that regard there by using your last name. So,
Thank you very much.
I accept your consent, your permission there. Alpheus, and that was my grandfather's name, by the way. So I love it. Yeah.
Oh man.
He was from Cat Island.
If you find another Alpheus Finlayson in the world, I got sufficient money for you.
He was just Alpheus. No, he was Alpheus Miller.
Yeah.
Yes.
but I say if you find another one in the world.
Gotcha.
I have sufficient money for you to take care of the U.S. debt, the Chinese debt. Google it, and if you find another Alpheus Finlayson in the world, forget the Alpheus Alexander.
Gotcha.
My granddaddy was Alexander. My father was Alpheus Alexander Finlayson.
Right.
Yes.
Just the straight up Alpheus Finlayson. That'll be really a challenge to find another one like you, huh?
No, Google it.
I got you.
Okay.
Well,
anything else, my brother?
Yeah, I just wanted to quickly wrap this up because I'm leading to a quick point here. That 2012 was the men, the gold medal for us by the men. In 2016, now I know that was when Shawnee
Rio, yes.
dived across the finish line and beat that American runner who ran down to the finish. Allison somebody.
Allison Felix.
Where was that?
Allison is still running, you know.
Okay.
She's a
Well, I think
picture
Shawnee-
lady.
Pardon?
She is a picture lady.
Well, I'm
For
not sure
track
what
and
that would
field.
mean.
For U.S. track and field.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Ah, got
That
it,
was
got it,
Rio.
got it.
Rio.
Right. Now, what country was that in?
I said that was in Rio.
Rio, I mean, Rio, was it Rio de Janeiro or the
Yeah,
country?
yes, Brazil. Sorry. Brazil. Sorry.
Actually, I for some reason, Rio wasn't clicking to me that it was in Brazil. I just had to clarify. Now, in all of those historical experiences that we would have had as a nation in track and field, when I was doing my research, I wanted to also find out the year when the Bahamas got its absolute first gold medal ever, and that of course was in yachting. And I cannot find that information anywhere, or that was in sailing. I couldn't find that anywhere on the internet
In
or
the
on
Olympics,
YouTube.
In the Olympics, by the way.
Yes.
Sir David, they won events in world championships.
Right.
Otherwise, I mean, I'm talking about winning.
Yes. So we had the country had won a championship, world championship, as well as the Olympics when it came to sailing.
Yes. So let me. Well, I'll try to help you.
Yes.
Sir David has 2 books.
Right.
And the second book, I haven't read it. But I think it would be very good. But then again, I could look at it and say what it is. Mike Sands probably would be the person. He was very close to Sir David.
Right, okay.
I was very close to him. But what I am saying is that Sir David won. And he competed in Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
He competed right around the time going out to California, and they talked about Pop Simonet, I think it was, who assisted him in traveling around the world.
Right, okay.
Yes. Thank you
I
very
just
much,
wanted
sir.
that little bit of history because I couldn't find what year it was, neither where it was, when the Bahamas got its absolute first gold medal ever in an Olympic game. So I just wanted to find out from you.
Yeah, Tokyo.
That was Tokyo. Got it.
Yes, Tokyo.
And what Olympic year was that?
1964.
1964?
64, yes.
Okay, year after I was born. Got it. All right, I appreciate the time, sir, and you've helped me to get some things straight in my mind.
Thank you ever so much. But with this in mind, I am going to give some shout-outs to some people who are watching. Indeed. And they are none other than Franklin Bowe, Lucretia Napper, who is from abroad, and I'm assuming some other people will come on. And I'll go to a break, and then I'm going to, do a trivia. Thank you so much.
Preparing for a hurricane can make all the difference in safeguarding the lives of family, friends, and neighbors. By knowing what action you should take, you can reduce the effects of a hurricane disaster. Get all the facts of the potential of having insurance, impact-resistant windows, home emergency power, essential supplies, and a lot more before the storm. After the storm, where to purchase building or cleaning supplies, waste disposal, medical care, and more. The Nassau Guardians Hurricane Guide will help you make sure everyone knows what to do in the event a hurricane approaches. Take advantage of this double insertion opportunity, plus 15 commercials on Star 106 hits. Contact us today at 302-2300. That's 302-2300, or your account executive. Will you be prepared?
I am Bernard F. Hanna. All of you should know me as this thing. I've got the very first copy from Vancouver to Athens. You know, I'm so excited because to be the one to have the first copy, I know what it was for Hawk for over the years, his dedication and his excitement, his commitment to bring this bestseller book to us. And I'm excited to have in my possession not only one copy, but two copies from Vancouver to Athens. 50 years of Bahamian International Track and the Field Competition. This is great stuff. So I'm urging all of you to get your own copy. You could get it from Logos in the Harbor Bay or Nassau Stationers on Rosetta Street, or Chapter 1 at COB, or at Coral News and Gifts in the domestic section of the Linden Pinland Airport. Let me tell you, man, you will never regret it. This kind of information that you get in this book is really invaluable. It's just terrific stuff. Good sports history, true and factual, you know. So I urge you, just go and get it and keep a copy and even give your friends a copy. And you know, more than one reason I am more excited about having this book. Look at page 200 and you will see me there in live and living color performing. Number 200, you will see Bernard F. Hanna performing, and that is my fulfillment, one of my big fulfillment of having this book.
Hello from the Shell Fuel Labs, where my team of dedicated scientists develop Shell fuels for your car.
For over 100 years, fuels innovation has been at the heart of everything we do.
Since our first ever branded petrol in 1907, we've broken records, supported Ferrari F1 to win Grand Prix, and pushed our fuels to the limit.
Now, every time you fill up your Shell, your engine will benefit from our passion for innovation, helping you to get the most out of every tankful.
With over 100 years of quality fuels innovation,
You can be sure of Shell.
And we're back on Track World with Alpheus Finlayson. My brothers and sisters, I need to just have you offer a prayer for a young man called Lee Evans. Lee Evans won the 400 meters in the Mexico City Olympics. It so happens that he was with Tommy Smith and John Carlos, but Lee decided that he was going to do the 400 meters. He had beaten Tommy, or Tommy had beaten him before, and sometime after that, Lee decided that he would go to Nigeria. And Lee has been in the African continent for such a long time. And it so happens that he has an illness. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but he needs help. GoFundMe. I am sure that if you look at the Facebook, you will see it. And I have a friend who was the fastest leg on the 4x4 in Mexico City, and I've had him on the show a number of times. So I'm going to have him on a show at some point, and we're going to talk a lot about Lee Evans, and we really pray that Lee Evans would be for us for quite a long time. So let me ask a little bit more. We're talking about track and field. We're talking about track and field, and I tell you this, what is happening this weekend. This weekend, Laura, Pratt Charlton, David Charlton, they are having their meet this Saturday at the stadium. And I am sure that you're going to have the best meet so far this year. You know, they go in great style, so you will not want to miss it. Great style. All the great athletes are going to be there at the stadium, participating, doing great things. And you know there are Bahamians that are home who want to beat one another, because that will be the prelude to the B3's Olympic track and field trials. So I don't want you to forget that, ladies and gentlemen. People from all over the place, you should be able to go to the stadium and enjoy yourself. Normally they start early. I'm not exactly what time they start, but I know it will be on Saturday morning, and I just beg you to go out, because things are opening now, and people are getting excited about track and field. When you see these things on television, oh man, it gets you excited. You want to watch it, whether it's on NBC or whether it's on the Canadian channel. And there are some things happening this weekend, the same time this weekend, in terms of one of the Diamond League meets. So you do the combination. You watch whatever it is at home, and then when you go home a little later, because they have a different time zone, you're going to be able to watch television, watch track and field. And for those people who have other areas, not just track and field, swimming, this and that, the next thing, basketball, you will have your opportunity to see that. So my question is, please call me and let's talk about track and field. Let's talk about track and field, Bahamian track and field. The number to call, once again, remember, this is not a lecture. This is a conversation. The numbers to call are 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259, and the text line. Text line now. The text line, you don't phone the text line, is 422-4796, and it's all powered by none other than BTC. Oh, looks as though somebody's calling. Good evening.
Yes, good evening, Hawk. How are you?
Very good.
Yeah. Just a simple clarification. What happened in Stuttgart, Germany? I think it was 1995. Did we do something there?
Stuttgart, Germany? Yeah. No. It was in Stuttgart. Stuttgart isn't Germany. Stuttgart is, oh boy. Since you're saying that, you put it out. The Stuttgart was the year before.
Okay.
But we didn't get any medals in Stuttgart.
We didn't get any medals.
No,
and that was the World Games then.
No, that was the World Games. But we didn't get any medals in Stuttgart. As I remember, no medals in Stuttgart. But what did happen is that we had the opportunity. There was a German track and field, a sports historian. He came to the Bahamas. I gave him the opportunity to give a book, Tourism and Sports, to the Honorable, what's his name now? We're talking about Algernon S.P.B. Allen.
Okay.
And he gave it to them. But what happened is that we were able to, from this man, that we had, the Olympic Committee had gathered together countries around the world that they thought was significant. And guess what?
Okay.
They put the Bahamas there. And guess what he said? I didn't say it. People think that I said it. Is that the Bahamas, small country, great athletes. He said that. So we joined the big boys. And guess what? Guess who was supposed to be at the Olympics, at the World Championships that year? We're talking about South Africa.
Okay.
South Africa couldn't get in. They got in sometime afterwards. But that was Stuttgart. And I think...
that was, okay.
Yes. Okay, thank you very much. Anybody else want to hear? Oh, by the way, Angela Phillips. Angela Phillips. Thank you, Angela, for watching. And then, of course, we're talking once again about Lucretia Napa, who lives in the Washington, D.C. area. And Angela Phillips, she loves her track and field. We have had conversations again and again. And then now we have Franklin Bow. Now, I don't know which Franklin Bow. I had the opportunity to meet a Bow. I had an opportunity to meet a Bow today. And you know, there are all kinds of Bows. So I asked them which one they are. They're the Bows in Cat Island. They're the Bows in Long Island. There's the Bows in Exuma. And all over the place. So we're talking about Franklin Bow. And one other thing as we talk, I just will say it now. It so happened that I was expecting some people to rally up with me. But I don't know if anybody ever heard of a young man called Dennis Richards. Anybody heard of Dennis Richards? Anybody want to call and talk about Dennis Richards? Dennis Richards was the third Bahamian to jump 7 feet in the high jump. And where was it done? In 1980, there was Carifta in Bermuda. And we won. And we decided that we would have the CAC Junior Championships. And we'll talk a little bit about that. Somebody is on the phone. Good evening, caller.
Good evening, Hawk. How are you doing?
I am better than most, and I can't get your voice, but tell me.
Yes, sir. I don't want to go down memory lane, but maybe you can help me with this. We're gonna delete Dennis Richards.
Yes.
Do you remember him in track and field?
Do I remember him?
Yes, sir.
Is there anybody I don't remember in track and field in the Bahamas all over the world? What do you want to know about Dennis?
Well, I know he participated for the Bahamas. He represented the Bahamas. I try and remember whether it was in Carifta or at what level.
He would have at Carifta, but you know, Dennis was as I said, the third person to jump 7 feet.
Okay,
and where was it?
I didn't know how. I know he was a high jumper, but I never knew how high he jumped.
So let me tell you this. When we came back from Carifta, we had decided to have the CAC Junior Championships. Now, it is 1980, by the way. And we decided that we were putting down a nice surface at the Sports Center. And we didn't get to put it down. And we trained at St. Augustine's. The first person to jump 7 feet was, forgetting my name now, and then there were two other that participated. I humbly apologize. Hopefully I will remember it. And, Dwight Strawn. It is Dwight Strawn from Guardian Radio. His brother was the first person to jump 7 feet, and that was Miami-Dade, I think. And then, as I said, I'm talking about the two others, Stephen Ray, I think. No, not Stephen Ray. There's a person who went to the school at St. John's in Minnesota, and he sings. He is a person that basketball, but he is able to sing. If you want to have your bride, your girlfriend, whatever it is, serenaded, he will serenade you. And then Dennis was the third one. But tell me some things about Dennis, please, because Dennis is so high up there. Dennis was an attorney.
Yes, sir, indeed.
Yes.
He just passed away. He's going to be memorialized at Free in Jesus, just opposite Lincoln Boulevard.
Can you tell me where that is? You know, I drive a whole along that place. I guess it's on the north side.
Yeah, on Wilford,
yeah.
opposite.
I'm from the Valley, you know.
Yeah.
Montreal Avenue.
It's
Collins
right on
Avenue.
Wilford, immediately opposite the tire shop.
Oh, I see that. I know the place.
Free in Jesus, yeah, that's right. I think it's at 10 a.m. on Saturday morning.
Yes, and that's going to be a conflict with the meet, but I will find a way. I send things out to all kinds of people telling them what is happening. And then there's going to be, well, I can't talk too loud. There's going to be a repast, but you go and get your things and run.
Right.
Because we don't want the COVID, and that's a church.
Right.
Sebastian wouldn't want anybody messing that up. But go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, we have a memorial there on Thursday at 6, early.
At 6?
Yeah, 6, because some persons may not be able to attend the funeral.
Where would that be, my brother?
At the same venue.
Same venue?
Same place.
Thursday at 6?
6 p.m., yes, sir.
I will be right.
That's a cousin of mine. He hails from Greencastle, Lucha.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I'm older than he was, much older than him. And so I know of his history. Very good attorney at law. He made this country proud.
I know that very well.
Many things. And so, we got to miss him. But one of those things.
But I just want to make a comment. I don't know if you know Blossie Smith.
Certainly.
Her husband looked like me. So they said. And she knows them well. She knows them very well.
That's a part of the family. She is
part of the family.
Yes, sir.
Well, look here. My good cousin, well, we all have good cousins. Inza Patton is watching. And she is the daughter of Marjorie Stewart and the sister of Wendy Stewart and a big family. That's what I'm saying. Hello, Inza. Now, I think that we talked about that, and the time is going. So I would just ask you to attend the meet, number one. Number two, watch the Diamond League events. Number two, I can't still remember the persons in that particular relay and why I said we would have won it. But I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in. It has been Kingsley Bethel is is chiming in. You know Kingsley Bethel from the Lutheran.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a BDC man. And we've been in contact again and again. I've been to a Lutheran quite a number of times. And I forget the name of the person now. He was a coach. He was in South Andrews. Johnny Butler. Johnny Butler, one of the best. And we have to remember these people because, when you get out of it, people tend to forget. So I would really I thank those people who have interacted through the different platforms that we have now. And I would like to thank the one and only Kermit Ramming. He has some connection in Fox Hill, and he is a good Catholic, Saint Our Ladies, and he is a good Junkanoo man also. He doesn't go on from the valley, but that's a topic for another discussion, Kermit. But thank you.
And before I get off, I would like to say congratulations on your 400 show. I listened at it in its entirety. It was awesome.
Well, thank you ever so much. Let me tell you something. We are on our way to 500. We try to improve every day. Every day. We're on our way. Oh, and while I just need to mention this. I haven't mentioned it here. But at some point, I looked through all the obituaries all over the way. And I have made a connection with the University of the Bahamas to have obituaries of Bahamian sportsmen in the library at the University of the Bahamas. And it allows you to see all kinds of things that you would not have seen. And I want you to go in when you have that opportunity to see it. Thank you so much.
Certainly I will, because there's so many athletes that have done remarkable things over the years that a whole lot of people. Because when we had a first baseman by the name of Sergi Colmer, and when he was called up in the Indian organization, the only reason why he didn't play first base at that time is because he had a Baltimore guy there. You remember who played first base at that time, and so he couldn't play over him. And so they sent him down to the AAA affiliation with the intent to bring him back up. And even when Sergi died, a whole lot of people never knew who was Sergi Colmer.
But Sergi Colmer was on the team, track and field team.
I know.
Know him very well. I know his family and all of that. So that's what we're talking about.
We have a lot of history. I like what I see with Chisholm in Miami.
Oh, man.
He's in the league by himself.
Oh, man. His mother worked with us at Kalina. And at some point, she decided that she was going to take him all around the United States. It's been a long time. It didn't just happen overnight.
I know.
And things are happening. I talk
about. We have a lot. Because you go way back with Thomas Augusta Robinson way back in the 50s. So we have a lot of sport history.
Thank you ever so much.
All right, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you ever so much. And once again, just let me say that next week we are gonna have a show that we had tried earlier. I'm not going to tell you who will be on the show, but there are people, when we talk about athletics, we're talking about something else. People who are way up there. You hear about them, and you don't appreciate how well these Bahamians are doing. So, we now tell you that I thank you ever so much for the sponsors. Been brought to you by none other than what we call is Sun Oil, Arawak Homes, from Vancouver to Athens, 50 years of Bahamian international track and field competition. Well, of course, the Garden of Eden. Oh, we're going to have to do that trivia another time. Ephraim Jones, we're talking about AFD Management Services, my good cousin. And he has a nephew who is along with Jazz. They say he is in the top 10. And it's Tommy Robinson's nephew is his father. But if there's anything with Tommy Robinson, he must be good. And then we're talking about Sunshine Insurance. We're talking about from Vancouver to Athens, 50 years of Bahamian international competition. And finally, we're talking about Kalina Insurance, where I have been a financial services representative for over 40 years. And my brothers and sisters, my partner is none other than Alexis Hanna and Alpheus Finlayson, the A-Team. And you can reach us at myself 432-9961 and Alexis 467-0372. Thank you much. Thank you much. Charlene Thompson has finally come on. Charlene, thank you ever so much. And Greg Jones. Oh, they're coming in. And a number of other people that we are seeing. But thanks, all of you. And go to the meet tomorrow. Go to the meet on Saturday. Do something for what I'm calling Dennis, one of those events. And make sure, watch track and field around the world on television, and you will be more than pleased. Thank you, and thank you again.